Today I'm swapping Harden and Garland's careers to see if they can fill each other's shoes. Starting with Garland's rookie season where he's going to make the all-rookie second team averaging 12 points a game. The Thunder are a little underwhelming sitting at the 5 seed, but in the first round they're going to take down the Jazz in 6 games. But in the second round things won't be as easy as they have to face the 1 seed Lakers led by Kobe. But not a single game was close as Kobe sends Garland and the Thunder home in just 4 games. Which brings us on to Garland's second season where he averages 16 points and 9 assists a game. The Thunder had a great season finishing with 67 wins, and Kevin Durant's gonna win the MVP. In round 1 they have to face a Kevin Love-led Timberwolves team. The Thunder are gonna gentleman sweep them, but in the second round they get a rematch against Kobe. But with the Thunder massively improving, they're gonna beat the Lakers in 5 and move on to the conference finals. But they have to play the Clippers the year before Chris Paul got there. They don't look like a crazy team. But in game 1 we have a 1-point game with 2 minutes to go. The Clippers are gonna go down low to Blake Griffin. The hook over Ibaka, he's gonna miss. Westbrook on the ISO with the snatchback. He had an open layup. I don't know why he didn't take it, but he bodies Mo Williams for the and 1. So now he can give the Thunder a 2-point lead, and he does. Warren looking for Blake Griffin in the post. He's gonna find him. Blake Griffin trying to go at Ibaka a second time. He's getting clamped up. He's gonna go to Bledsoe in the corner who uses the screen. He doesn't get anything out of it. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They go to Gomez and his layup ties the game. Less than a minute to go. Westbrook's gonna use the screen from Kendrick Perkins. He finds him down low and the Thunder go up 2. The Clippers go back to Blake Griffin a third time. He gets clamped up again, but they're gonna find Gomes wide open for 3 and it's in and out. Garland on the break. Looks like he has an open lane. He does, and he puts the Thunder up 4. The Clippers need to fight back right here. DeAndre Jordan to Blake Griffin. He's gonna miss the layup, and the Thunder are gonna win the first game of the series. And the rest of the series wasn't close either. The Thunder are gonna move on to the finals. Okay, they're gonna play a 7 seed or an 8 seed. That's kind of crazy. They're going up against the 7 seed Magic. I mean, they have Dwight Howard, but other than that, the Thunder should win. But in game 1, we somehow have a close one. The Thunder are only up by 3. Chris Duhon gets left wide open and he ties the game up. They have Nate Robinson in the game. I don't know if that means Garland fouled out, but they're gonna go to Westbrook in the post, bodying Jameer Nelson. He knocks down the fade. Gilbert Arenas on the ISO trying to get past Nate Robinson. He kicks it out to Chris Duhon, another 3, and he misses this time. Westbrook can extend the Thunder lead on the break. He kicks it to KD. The corner 3 over Jameer Nelson's off. They're gonna get the offensive rebound though. Westbrook's gonna use the screen from Kendrick Perkins. He gets an open midi and puts the Thunder up 4. A minute to go for the Magic. They're gonna go to JJ Redick. They're just swinging the ball around to everyone. Everyone's touched the ball this possession, or at least almost everyone. Gilbert Arenas gets doubled on this possession. The Magic are gonna find Jameer Nelson, who's gonna miss the 3. And on the break, Westbrook's gonna get double teamed. He kicks it to Kendrick Perkins. He almost gets a turnover, but KD gets left wide open and his mid-range is in. The Magic are running out of time to take game 1 of the NBA Finals. Jason Richardson gets an open 3. He's gonna miss. And the Thunder take a 1-0 lead. Game 2 is gonna go to the Magic though as they tie the series up at 1. But with none of the other games being close, the Thunder are gonna win in 6 as Garland wins his first championship. But he's gonna have to wait to win his first Finals MVP as KD's gonna win it. But in year 3, he's gonna take another jump up to 21 points a game. The Thunder are the 2nd seed behind the Lakers, and in the first round they have to face Dirk and the Mavericks. They're gonna gentleman sweep them, but in the second round they have to face the 3-seeded Spurs. But this series has been back and forth. In game 5 we have a 2-point game with 2 minutes to go. Manu's gonna attack KD with the hop step layup and he ties the game. KD has Manu on him. Let's see if he can cook him here. He's gonna use the screen from Kendrick Perkins, but he's gonna miss the 3. Manu leading the fast break, the spin. He's gonna take the floater and he's blocked by Ibaka. Westbrook's gonna get the save. That was a clutch rebound from Westbrook. KD has Tony Parker on him. They're gonna give it to Westbrook though. Westbrook on the ISO's gonna pull the contested jumper for whatever reason. On the other end, they're gonna go to Boris Dio at the free throw line. I don't know what he's trying to cook up on KD. He has to chuck up the mid-range and it's in and out. Westbrook on the breaks gonna find KD wide open in the corner, but he's gonna miss the 3 and Ibaka gets the putback. Less than 30 seconds to go. Manu's gonna get a turnover. I don't know why the Spurs aren't fouling. It took them long enough, so we have KD at the line. His first free throw's good, and to put the Thunder up 4, his second one's good. 20 seconds for the Spurs to make something happen. They find Kawhi to Tim Duncan. He gets an and 1 dunk. Kendrick Perkins really got bodied on that, and Tim Duncan makes it a 1-point game. This time we have Westbrook going to the free throw line. His first one's in and out. That is huge. With just 15 seconds to go, he puts the Thunder up 2. The Spurs have no timeouts, but they don't need to force a 3 here. 93% of people who watch me aren't subscribed, so make sure to subscribe to help me hit my goal of 35,000 subscribers. Tim Duncan's gonna come set the screen for Tony Parker 6 seconds to go. They find Kawhi in the post, being guarded by KD. He's gonna have to force up the layup and it's good. 0.5 seconds on the clock with game 5 on the line. They're gonna go to Ibaka, the deep 3, and we're going into overtime. But with a minute and a half to go in OT, we're all tied up. Kawhi gets a wide open lane and he puts the Spurs up 2. KD on the ISO with the hezzy, the size up. I don't know why he's trying to go at Kawhi here. He's getting absolutely clamped up. He's gonna make his way towards the paint with the floater and he misses. Kawhi takes the fade over KD and it's good. KD's gonna ISO on Kawhi again. I don't like this, but he makes his way into the paint. He's blocked. Ibaka, the second chance points, it's off. They're gonna end up fouling DeJuan Blair. His first free throw looks like it's off and it is. And to potentially put the Spurs up by 5, his second free throw bounces in. The Thunder still have a chance though with 40 seconds to go. I don't know why Ibaka's handling the ball. He's gonna find KD on the drive. He gets a layup. But now the Thunder desperately need a stop and a score. They find Kawhi to Tim Duncan. The layup he's gonna miss. But the Thunder are gonna need a quick 2 or a 3 here. Westbrook on the drive dunks on Tony Parker. They're gonna send Kawhi to the free throw line. His first free throw somehow bounces in. That looked like a miss, and now for his second free throw it also bounces in. 15 seconds to go for the Thunder. KD bringing up the ball, finds Garland open in the corner, but he's gonna miss the 3. And with Kawhi knocking down both free throws again, the Thunder are gonna go down 3-2. But in game 6, the Spurs are gonna run away with it, eliminating the Thunder in the second round. But that would be Garland's last game in a Thunder jersey, as in the offseason they're gonna trade him to the Rockets. But along with his new team, he's gonna have a new accolade, making his first All-NBA team, averaging 26 points and 7 assists per game. All for the Rockets to be the 13th seed. But the very next season, they're gonna bounce back, winning 50 games. And that's because the Rockets added Dwight Howard in the offseason. But while all of this is happening, James Harden's gonna make the varsity team as a high school freshman. Darius Garland's gonna miss out on an All-NBA team, but he's still gonna average 24 and 9. But in round 1 of the playoffs, they have to face the Clippers led by Chris Paul. And this series went to 7, but the Rockets had a pretty bad fourth quarter and they're gonna get eliminated. But the Rockets continue to get better as they're sitting at the 4 seed. But Garland's also gonna get better, making his second All-NBA team, averaging 24 and 9 a game. But in the first round, of course they have to play the Spurs. This is not a good start. The Rockets are down 3-1 and they're gonna lose in 5. Which takes us on to Garland's 4th season with the Rockets. He's gonna average 25 points and 8 assists. But the Rockets are the 8th seed and the Warriors are gonna sweep them. But in Garland's 8th season, he makes the All-NBA 3rd team, averaging 22 and 8. And they have the same first round matchup again. This time they're gonna win 2 games, but they still get eliminated. But Darius Garland's finally gonna get help, as in the offseason, the Rockets trade for Chris Paul. But while that's happening, Harden's gonna start his college career at Vanderbilt. And together, they're gonna lead the Rockets to the 3rd seed. Chris Paul's on the All-NBA 2nd team, while Garland's on the 3rd team. He averaged 27 points and 8 assists per game. In the first round, they're somehow down 3-1 to the Clippers. They're gonna take game 5, but game 6 goes to the Clippers. That's crazy. This team on paper isn't even that good. In Garland's 10th season, he's gonna average 23 points and 8 assists per game. But even with him and Chris Paul, the Rockets aren't gonna make the playoffs. So because that duo didn't work, the Rockets are gonna trade Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook in the offseason. And James Harden's finally in the league as he gets drafted by the Cavs. He's gonna make the All-Rookie 2nd team, averaging 19 points a game. Meanwhile, Garland misses out on another All-NBA team, even though he averaged 26 and 7. And this is the thing I last expected. The Cavs are sitting at the 6th seed, meanwhile the Rockets are all the way down to the 13th seed. In James Harden's first playoff series, they're actually putting up a fight, but they're gonna lose in 6. But after a rough last couple of seasons on the Rockets, Garland's gonna join KD and Kyrie on the Brooklyn Nets. And the 3 of them are gonna lead the Nets to the 4th seed. On the season, Darius Garland's gonna average 24 and 7. And as for James Harden, did they even make the play-in? They did. He's the best player on his team in just his 2nd season. He averaged 20 points a game. And they're actually gonna make it out of the play-in. They have to play the Heat in the first round. Meanwhile, the Nets have to go up against Embiid and Simmons. The Cavs are gonna get swept, and the Nets are currently down 3-1. They're gonna take game 5. They're also gonna force a game 7, and they're gonna complete the 3-1 comeback against the Sixers. In the second round, they have to face the 1-seeded Celtics. Let's see if they can somehow come back down 3-1 again, and they can't. But in season 13, Garland's on the move again as he joins the 76ers. The 76ers have a very underwhelming season. They're a play-in team. Meanwhile, Harden's gonna lead the Cavs to the 3rd seed. On the season, James Harden's gonna average 24 points a game, and out in Philly, Darius Garland averages 26. The Sixers are gonna lose their first game. Can they make it out of the play-in? They can't. Meanwhile, in the first round, the Cavs have to go up against the Knicks. They're pretty easily gonna gentleman sweep them, but in the second round, they have to face the Nets with Kyrie and KD. And this series has not been close at all. The Cavs are gonna get swept. But in the offseason, the Cavs get even better, adding Donovan Mitchell to their team. But in their first season together, I don't know what happened. The Cavs are the 10th seed. Meanwhile, the 76ers with Garland Garland and Embiid didn't even make the playoffs or the play-in. They're the 14th seed. That's kind of crazy considering Garland averaged 24. And for the Cavs, James Harden averaged 21. And it's no surprise the Cavs can't even make it out of the play-in. But Garland's time with the Sixers is already up as he's going to be joining the Clippers. And finally, one of their teams are good again. The Clippers are the 3rd seed, but the Cavs can't even make the play-in. They're all the way down to the 12th seed. I don't know why Harden's dropping an overall on the season. He averaged 21. And as for Garland, as the 3rd option behind Paul George and Kawhi, he also averaged 21. In the first round, the Clippers are going to sweep Jokic and the Nuggets. But in round 2, they have to go up against Luka and Kyrie. The Clippers are somehow up 3-1. The Mavericks are going to force a game 6, but the Clippers move on to the conference finals. They have to play the Timberwolves, who just beat the KD-led Suns in 7. We have a 2-2 series, and the Clippers go insane after the first quarter to go up 3-2. Kawhi dropped 41, Paul George had 35, and Garland put up 23. But in game 6, they had a rough fourth quarter as the Timberwolves forced a game 7. This time, their leading scorer had 23, and for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards dropped 43. But in game 7, the Clippers are going to hold on and move on to the finals. In Darius Garland's second finals appearance, he has to go up against Giannis and Dame. And not a single game's been close, but the Clippers are on the verge of blowing a 3-1 lead. And it's not even Giannis who's been cooking the team. Dame has been cooking Darius Garland. And in game 7, we have another one that's not close, but the Clippers are going to win as Darius Garland becomes a 2-time champion. And somehow Zubac is going to walk away with the finals MVP. That is the last thing I expected. In the series, he averaged 16 and 13. But without Paul George, the Clippers fall off a bit to the 6th seed. Meanwhile, the Cavs are finally good as they're sitting at the 3 seed. On the season, James Harden's going to average 27 points a game. And out in LA, Garland's going to average 29. In the first round, Harden has to face Cade and the Pistons. But out west, Darius Garland has to face the Kings. The Clippers are going to make it out in 6, but as for the Cavs, they're going to a game 7. And with 25 seconds to go in game 7, Jared Allen just hit an and one and he knocks down the free throw. The only problem is they have to foul here. Sasser knocks down the first free throw. And to give the Pistons a 4-point lead, his second one's good. The Cavs have no timeouts. Harden and Donovan Mitchell really need to cook here. Harden on the ISO with the crossover. He cooked Cade. I don't know why he didn't take the layup, but he got a dunk. But we have Marcus Sasser going back to the line. That first free throw is going to miss. That's huge. And the Cavs have 15 seconds. That's plenty of time here. Harden's going to bring the ball up the court once again. He swings it to Jarrett Allen. They're going to settle for an Evan Mobley 3. He's going to miss. And I don't know what they were thinking. They have Donovan Mitchell and James Harden on the court. Meanwhile, they just went to Evan Mobley and they're going to lose in game 7. In the second round, the Clippers have to face the Timberwolves. But unfortunately for them, I think this is where their run's going to end. They're going to get swept. But as we move on to the 2026 season, Harden and Garland get traded for each other. So we have an old Darius Garland on the Cavs and a prime James Harden on the Clippers. A 36-year-old Darius Garland's going to average 22 points a game. And a prime James Harden's going to make the All-NBA first team, averaging 34 points a game. He's not going to win the scoring title because Cade averaged 35. But the Clippers and Cavs are both good. The Clippers are the 2nd seed and the Cavs are the 3rd seed. In the first round, the Cavs have to face the Raptors. Meanwhile, prime Harden has to face KD and the Rockets. The Clippers are going to go out sad losing in 6. Meanwhile, the Cavs win in 6 and have to face the Sixers in the second round. They're going to make it out in 6, but now they have to face the 1 seed. This series is not going to be easy, but the Cavs are going to take game 1. They're also going to take game 2 on the road. The Knicks win game 3. The Cavs go up 3-1. They're not going to make the finals that easily, and the Knicks force a game 7. But in game 7, the Cavs are going to blow it. They were up 15 at halftime. That's crazy. A 36-year-old Garland was the one to carry the team. He's averaging 27 in the playoffs. But now him and Harden's careers are officially over. Garland finished 6th on the all-time scoring list with just over 32,000 points. We can't compare their career points because Harden played way less seasons than Garland, but he averaged more points per game than him. But in terms of accolades, Garland came out on top with 2 NBA championships to Harden's 0. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you want to see me put James Harden's career in reverse, click the video on the screen right now.